Okay, let's get into your reading, Virgo. Out of everyone, I need you to hear those 3 words. Out of everyone. Because there is a person, someone who moves at a level most people don't. Someone the world knows. Someone who has access to anyone they want. And they looked at all of it. Every option. Every person available to them. And they chose you. Specifically, not approximately, not you will do, you. And the choosing didn't stop there, because what this person is carrying is not just love, not just marriage, not just the life they want to build with you. It's a legacy, a changing of what's possible for your family line. The specific, permanent, generational kind of change that starts with one person making one decision. And the decision was you. And your guides brought you to this reading today because that decision has already been made and you need to know before it arrives. Drop a comment right now and say, I claim this. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, first oracle card, the choosing was not impulsive. It was the conclusion of everything they observed in you. And your guides led with this because the quality of the choosing matters enormously. Because this isn't a person who makes decisions carelessly. They don't move on impulse. They observe. They consider. They take their time with things that matter, and you matter. So they took their time, and what they observed in you, the substance underneath the surface, the character in the ordinary moments, the specific quality of who you are when nobody is performing for anyone, built a picture, and the picture built a certainty, and the certainty produced the choosing. And the choosing of someone like this, deliberate, concluded, arrived at after real observation, is the most significant kind of choosing that exists. Okay, second oracle card, you stood out to them in a way they weren't expecting and couldn't explain, and that's exactly why they chose you. And this is the oracle card that answers the why you question. Because you stood out, not in the obvious ways, not in the ways everyone stands out when they're trying to, in the ways that happen when you're not trying at all. The genuine quality, the realness, the something about this person that a high-profile person encounters once and doesn't forget. Because they're surrounded by people performing for them constantly and you didn't perform, you were just real, and real stood out in a room full of impressive the way it always does, loudly, unmistakably, in a way they weren't expecting and couldn't explain away. And the unexplainable quality of it is exactly why you stayed. Okay, third oracle card. The bloodline change is the part your guides most want you to feel the weight of. And I want to take a moment with this oracle card because it's the biggest one in the reading, because the love is beautiful and the choosing is significant. And underneath both of them is something even bigger, a generational shift. The specific kind that starts with one person in one family line, stepping into a connection that changes what's possible for everyone who comes after them. And that person is you. And the bloodline change coming through you is not a small thing your guides are promising. It is the central thing, the door opening that changes the entire trajectory of your family's story. And your guides want you to feel the weight of that before it arrives, because weight this size deserves to be received with both hands open. Okay, fourth oracle card. This person chose you out of everyone because everyone else felt like less after they encountered you. And this is the oracle card that says the most specific thing, because the out of everyone in the title is not an exaggeration. After they encountered you, after they saw the real you, the unperformed, the genuine quality, everyone else started to feel like less. Not because other people aren't worthy, but because what they found in you set a standard that everything else measured against and came up short. And that's not a thing you can manufacture. You can't decide to be the person who makes everyone else feel like less. It just happens when who you actually are is specific enough, real enough, rare enough to produce exactly that effect. Okay, fifth oracle card. Your guides are not asking you to chase this. They're asking you to be ready to receive it. And this oracle card is the most practical one because your guides are not showing you all of this. So you go looking for it. So you engineer it. So you pursue. They're showing you all of this so that when it arrives, when this high-profile person makes their choosing real, makes it visible, makes it undeniable, you are ready to receive it from your full worth, from the grounded, standing in who I am place that received something this significant requires. Because being chosen out of everyone by someone at this level is not a small thing to receive. And receiving it well, without shrinking, without second guessing, without making yourself smaller than the moment, is what your guides are preparing you for. The Emperor, the Lovers, the Star, the Four of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, the Six of Wands, the World. Okay, the Emperor and the Emperor is them. And I want to describe the Emperor carefully because the Emperor is specific. The Emperor is not just someone with status. The Emperor is someone who built something, who created something real and lasting through discipline and vision and the specific patience of someone who plays a long game. And the Emperor evaluates things the way they evaluate everything, carefully, with full attention, looking for the real thing underneath the surface. And they found the real thing in you. And the Emperor decided. And when the Emperor decides, they don't undecide. They move deliberately toward the thing they've chosen. And the thing they've chosen is you. And the Lovers is the soul underneath the Emperor's decision. Because I want to be absolutely clear about something. This is not a choosing based on what you represent or what you bring to their world strategically. The Lovers is here, right alongside the Emperor. And the Lovers is the soul recognition. The there you are, this is the person knowing. That has nothing to do with calculation. And the Lovers and the Emperor together mean the head said yes, and the soul said yes, and the heart said yes. All about the same person, all about you. And when all three align in someone who has built what this person has built, that's not a decision. That's a conclusion. And the star in this reading is doing something specific. It's confirming every quiet hope you've ever had about love, about being chosen, about someone significant looking your way and staying. And every time you had that hope and put it away because it felt too big, the star kept it for you. And the star is here now to say every single one of those hopes was always pointing at something real. This specific, high-profile person choosing you real. And the hope was never too much. It was just ahead of the rival time. And the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is the commitment made visible, the milestone, the witnessed, celebrated. People can see it commitment that turns a choosing into a life together. And the Four of Wands being in this spread alongside the Emperor and the Lovers is the cards confirming the title completely. This isn't a situationship. This isn't an almost. This isn't someone circling without landing. The Four of Wands is the landing. And it's coming, and the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is the material door opening. And in a reading about a high-profile person changing your bloodline, the Ace of Pentacles is the first chapter of the new financial story. The real, tangible, this is actually happening beginning of what the bloodline change actually looks like in the material world. And aces grow, they don't stay small. And the Ace of Pentacles planting itself in your reading today is the beginning of something that is going to become so much bigger than its beginning. And the Ten of Cups, is the complete life. And I want to say clearly what complete means. Nothing missing. Not the love, not the security, not the warmth of a home, not the peace of knowing the people you love are okay. All of it at once. And the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles together in the same spread is the love story and the abundance story, arriving at the same destination, a life that is complete in every direction, nothing fundamental missing, the rarest kind of life. And the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is the recognition that comes with all of this. Because when a high-profile person chooses you publicly, visibly, in the world notices. And the Six of Wands is that noticing. The public, visible, people can see what's happening, recognition that comes from being chosen by someone significant. And the Six of Wands being here tells me this doesn't stay private. It becomes something real in the world, something visible, something the people around you cannot miss. And the world is last, and it's the most complete. The old story ending, the new one beginning on entirely new ground. And the old story in your family line, everything that came before this connection, before this choosing, before this bloodline change, is completing, and the new chapter begins through you, with this person beside you, with the Ten of Cups built, and the Ace of Pentacles foundation underneath, and the Six of Wands visible in the world, and the world is the universe's most complete confirmation. Yes, to all of it. Yes. Okay. Tea leaf cards. 7 of them. First tea leaf card. The moment they realized you were different from everyone else and what that moment felt like for them, because there was a moment, a specific one, where you stopped being someone they were aware of and became someone they couldn't stop thinking about. And in that moment, the comparison happened automatically, not consciously, not deliberately, but something in them put you next to everything else and saw immediately that you didn't belong in the same category. And that specific feeling of encountering something that doesn't fit where everything else fits is the feeling that produced the choosing, and it happened in a moment, and you probably had no idea it was happening. Next tea leaf card, them telling someone close about you, the choosing becoming a conversation because the choosing has been said out loud, not publicly, to someone close, someone trusted, and the conversation had a specific quality. The I have never felt this certain about anyone quality. The this is the person quality. The out of everyone quality that becomes undeniable when you say it out loud. And the person they told heard it in a way that made them say, then do something about it. And something is being done. Heard it in a way that made them say, then do something about it. And something is being done. Quietly, deliberately, the way everything this person does is done. Next tea leaf card, the bloodline change, beginning in small ways before the big ways, signs already appearing. And watch for this because it's already starting. The bloodline change doesn't arrive all at once. It begins in small ways first. Doors that open that weren't open before, conversations that happen that wouldn't have happened, access to things, people, places that start to become available in ways that feel like more than coincidence. And those small ways are the beginning of the big change. The first signs that the Ace of Pentacles has started to grow, and your guides want you to notice them, not dismiss them as lucky, not explain them away, but recognize them as the bloodline change beginning to arrive. Next tea leaf card. The moment the choosing becomes undeniable to you and how you receive it, and there's a moment coming where what this person feels and has decided becomes undeniable to you, not something you're reading or sensing, something you can't misread. And your guides want to prepare you for how you receive it, because receiving something this significant from someone at this level requires a specific posture. Not starstruck, not overwhelmed into forgetting who you are, grounded, present, the full version of yourself, receiving what's coming from the standing in your worth place, because that's the version of you they chose, and that version is who they need to receive them back. Next tea leaf card, your family witnessing the bloodline change and what it means to be the one it comes through. And hold this image for a moment. Your family watching the story change, the specific people who know your whole journey, every hard part, everything you navigated, watching as the bloodline changes through you because of who you are, because a high-profile person looked at everyone and found you, and the weight of being the one it comes through, the one the family line was building toward, the one who changes what's possible for everyone who comes after, is not a burden. It's the most significant gift one person can carry on behalf of everyone they love. Next tea leaf card. Holding on to yourself as everything changes, this is what keeps the choosing permanent. And your guides have one practical instruction above all others. Hold on to yourself. Because as the life changes, as the high-profile world becomes more real, as the abundance becomes more present, As the Four of Wands becomes the life, the temptation can be to perform the new level, to become someone different, to adjust who you are to fit what you have. And your guides are saying, don't, because the realness of you is why you were chosen out of everyone, and the realness of you is what keeps you chosen. So hold on to it, protect it, because who you are is the whole reason. And the last tea leaf card, you in the changed life, and the moment you understand that the bloodline turned here, through you forever, and your guides ended here because it's the destination of everything. You in the changed life, with this person beside you, with the 10 of Cups real, with the bloodline changed, and there's going to be a moment, specific, quiet, ordinary, where you look at your life and understand this is where it turned, here, through me, and every person who comes after me lives differently because of this moment. And that understanding, quiet, private, the most significant thing you've ever felt is going to be the moment, the full weight of being chosen out of everyone finally completely lands. Okay, final messages from your guides, 7 of them. You were always going to be the one. The bloodline was always building toward this. And your guides put this first because it's the foundation of everything. You were always going to be the one, not as a surprise, not as luck arriving randomly, as the logical conclusion of your lineage. Because your family built towards someone who could hold what's coming, who had the fire and the groundedness and the genuine quality that a high-profile person encounters and cannot walk away from. And the someone they were building toward is you, and you were always going to be the one. Next final card, don't shrink when the size of this lands. You were built to hold it. And this is what your guides most need you to remember when the choosing becomes real. Don't shrink, because something in you, the part that's been conditioned to make itself smaller, might try to reduce the size of this, to make it less than it is, to find reasons it's probably not as significant as it seems. And your guides are shutting that down. You were built to hold this. The lineage built you for exactly this size. And receiving it fully, at its full weight, without making yourself smaller than the moment, is not just good for you. It's what the bloodline change requires. Next, final card. Being chosen by someone significant doesn't change who you are. It confirms who you already were. And this is the most important thing to understand about being chosen at this level. It doesn't make you someone different. It confirms someone you already were. Because the quality that got you chosen, the realness, the genuine quality, the standing out without trying, was always there. The choosing didn't create it. The choosing just made it visible to someone with the eyes to see it. And you were already who you are. And who you are was always worth choosing. Next final card. The legacy coming through this union, bigger than either of you alone, and your guides want you to hold the full scope of what's coming. Because what's built through this union is bigger than either of you alone. The high-profile person brings what they bring, and you bring what you bring. The fire, the groundedness, the genuine quality that no amount of status produces. And the two of those things together produce something neither one alone could build. A legacy, the real, lasting, generational kind, that gets built when the right two people find each other at the right time. Next final card. Receive the abundance without guilt. It was never only for you, and your guides know what shows up alongside abundance for someone who didn't expect it. The guilt, the who am I to have this, the making yourself smaller than the blessing. And your guides are removing it before it arrives. The abundance coming through you doesn't stop with you. It flows to your family, to the people you love, to the generation that comes after, and receiving it fully is how they receive it too. So open your hands all the way, not just for yourself, for every person your bloodline change is going to reach. Next final card. Save this and drop a comment. Tell me when the high-profile person makes the choosing undeniable. Save this reading right now. Bookmark it. Share it today, because when you share something like this, what comes back is tenfold. And drop a comment right now. Do you already feel this person around you? The attention that has a different quality, the presence that feels like more than coincidence. Because the cards say, that's them. So come back when the choosing becomes undeniable. Come back when the bloodline change starts to become real. Come back and tell me what being chosen out of everyone felt like when it finally landed. Because someone watching this right now cannot imagine being chosen at this level, and your comment is the thing that makes it imaginable for them. And the very last card, out of everyone, they chose you. And through that choosing, your bloodline changes forever. Out of everyone, they chose you. And through that choosing, your bloodline changes forever. And your guides saved this for last because it's the whole reading in 3 sentences. The Emperor decided deliberately, after observing the real you, with the Lover's recognition underneath everything. And the 4 of Wands is confirmed. And the Ace of Pentacles is open. And the 10 of Cups is built, and the 6 of Wands makes it visible. And the world completes the old story and begins the new one. And the new one starts with you as the one who was chosen out of everyone, specifically, deliberately, completely. And the bloodline that changes through that choosing changes forever. Not just for you, but for every person in your family line who comes after you. And your guides want you to receive that fully, without shrinking, without guilt, with both hands open, because the choosing was always going to be you. Okay, to bring this home, this high-profile person chose you out of everyone, and they're ready to change your bloodline forever. And the cards showed us everything. Your guides told us the choosing was not impulsive. It was the conclusion of everything they observed in you, that you stood out in a way they weren't expecting and couldn't explain, and that's exactly why they chose you. That the bloodline change is the part your guides most want you to feel the weight of. That you were chosen because everyone else felt like less after they encountered you. And that your guides are not asking you to chase this. They're asking you to be ready to receive it. The Emperor showed who they are. Built, deliberate, someone who evaluates carefully and decides permanently. The Lovers showed the soul recognition underneath the Emperor's choosing. Head and heart and soul aligned. The Star confirmed every quiet hope was always pointing at this real thing. The Four of Wands confirmed the commitment, witnessed, celebrated, coming. The Ace of Pentacles showed the material door opening, the first chapter of the bloodline change. The Ten of Cups showed the complete life with nothing missing. The Six of Wands showed the world noticing the choosing. And the world completed everything. Old story done, new one beginning through you. And the tea leaf cards showed the moment they realized you were different from everyone else. The choosing becoming a conversation with someone they trust. The bloodline change beginning in small ways before the big ways. The moment the choosing becomes undeniable and how to receive it. Your family witnessing the bloodline change through you, holding on to yourself as everything changes. And you in the changed life, in the quiet moment, you understand the bloodline turned here forever. You were always going to be the one. The bloodline was building toward this. Don't shrink when the size of this lands. You were built to hold it. Being chosen by someone significant confirms who you already were. The legacy coming through this union is bigger than either of you alone. And receive the abundance without guilt because it was never only for you. All of it confirming, out of everyone, they chose you. And through that choosing, your bloodline changes forever. Claim this loves. Drop a comment and say, I claim this. And I was chosen out of everyone. And my bloodline changes through me. And I receive it fully. Because every word of that is true. Save this, share it today, and come back and tell me when the high-profile person makes the choosing undeniable. I want to know. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment, and tell me what hit hardest. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Take care of yourself. Bye, loves.